Okay, it's time for the stage 2 kit on the Grom, the white Grom. Black Grom's done. All that footage is lost. Thanks, GoPro. We already have the Yoshimura exhaust on here, so we're going to be adding the Chimera intake, the DHM cam, and then their tune for the cam and this exhaust and the intake. So we're going to get started tearing into that, and we're going to see if we can just kind of beef this little bad boy up. Now everybody always wants to start with the cam because that's like the fun, juicy stuff. But let me tell you from experience, doing the intake first and getting this stuff out of the way makes adjusting the valve clearance on that intake valve so much easier. So we're going to start with removing these top plastics, removing the airbox out. I won't put the intake in yet, but at least it'll be out of the way, which makes doing that top valve clearance so much easier. Just like that, we have one side off. I do have to get to this also because the ECUs are right here. Now, the more I mess around with this white bike, the more I think that either the dealership I got it from used it as like a little like runaround bike, like go to the gas station or whatnot, or somebody owned it beforehand. I got this as like it was the last day of the month. They were trying to get a deal done. Because I was going to wait to go in a couple days, you know, my next day off, but it was end of the month when I texted my guy that works there and asked if he had one, and so we kind of pushed to get the deal done. Gave me a good deal. So but the thing is, so what I hadn't seen the bike, and I did all the paperwork online, paid in full online, did everything online. When I go to pick the bike up, I had 44 miles on it, and I was like, oh, I didn't think anything of it until like I had already like picked up all my paperwork and stuff and was like leaving and like riding home. I was like, oh wow, because it was I think it was set on one of the other settings, and I flipped it over to the odometer just because I like to see it. And I was like, oh, that's weird, whatever. I never bought a brand new bike that had 44 miles on it. Usually they have maybe 1 or 2. Sometimes I've had odometers say 0 when I bought bikes. And then there's like little things like the screws on this plastic on the side weren't like as tight as like all the other factory ones I've taken off. Or there's a crack in the turn signal up here, like where the screw mounts in, this little kind of thin point. And I'm like, man, it's not a great feeling, but like it's definitely like I can't find any faults with the bike or anything like that other than that crack, which I'm not really worried about because they're going to end up getting replaced anyways. I just ended up throwing the stock ones in the trash, but it's still like, a little weird, annoying, I guess. I don't know what it is about this screw that they put on the boot coming from the throttle body and the intake tube. I don't know what it is about it. It strips every time I go to take it off. I usually try with a screwdriver, and then I end up having to go to the back side of the screw because there's a bunch hanging out, and using vice grips and turning it that way to get it loose enough to pop the intake boot off. I didn't strip it. That's amazing. Somebody probably has had this off. Now, this is my first time owning a bike that had ABS. So it does seem like the airbox is tied into the ABS system a little bit, but nothing too crazy. And just like that, we have our intake box out. We do need to transfer this air intake temp sensor over to the new intake, and look, it gives us a ton of room here to get to these valve adjustments for this intake valve. All right, so now that that's out of the way, we're gonna head on down and we're going to start on the cam. Okay, so I've got a couple little covers to pull off. This little guy here. So our view window to see when we're at top dead center. This guy here lets us get to the crank bolt to turn it to top dead center. Neither of these two are going to have any oil in them. The only one that when you take the cover off that's going to have a little bit of oil in it is the exhaust one, and it's like a barely minuscule amount. All right, 6 millimeter, 10 millimeter. And these are 8s, so we can see the chain. Getting this off can be a bit of a pain. Where did my... Yeah, don't do that. Here we've got our cam gear. There's a little notch here, a little circle for like the TDC, and then there's a little line here, and you'll crank over the cylinder. You can hear it building compression. And then once we get to that little mark in this hole here, there'll be a little TF. And that's at top dead center. I like to do that just because it makes it easier for getting everything lined up. When I go to put the cam gear back on, if I have a little dot on the chain that corresponds with the dot on the thing, on the cam gear, I can just line those up and it'll make life a lot easier. Baby amount of oil. Now we do want to loosen these valves up a little bit because it'll make it easier for getting the cam out. I do have one of these nice little valve tools. It's a 9 millimeter piece here, and then a 3 millimeter square. Now for taking this bolt off, I like to use an impact. I use this Craftsman one that I've had forever just because it's fairly weak, because I have stronger ones, but I don't want to break anything. Just like that's off. Then we can get our sprocket out. Now leave our chain kind of in the way there. And then there's a 10 millimeter holding the cam retainer in place. And now we get to do the fun part of jiggling this thing out until it actually wants to come out. I see somebody do this where like they to kind of break the seat on it, because it kind of gives you something to grab onto. And there's our old cam. I like to get a little bit of oil just to lube up these pieces, just so it's not like a dry fire the first time we go to lube it up. I'm trying to point the cam retainer pin towards the top dead center mark. And then it's just a matter of getting that back bearing to line up correctly, which can sometimes be a pain. There. Now we can reinstall our cam retainer. Goes to 9 foot-pounds of torque, or maybe 7. Give her the old wrist click. Click, click. Yeah. Now the fun part, getting the chain back on. I found this works the best. We've got our mark on here, so we can just kind of get these started. There. I've got our cam gear on. Our timing mark is somewhat lined up. I'm gonna put our bolt back in and crank her over and see how she looks. Coming up to our timing line, and I can see the T and F right where we want them to be. So we are golden. That's great. Cam is installed. We're ready to go. We just gotta set the valve lash, which I'll do that. We'll put our ECU in, and we're all set. All right, so we've got the covers back on. The valves are all set. These are all like aluminum going, steel bolts going into aluminum, aluminum going into aluminum. So it's only like 9 foot-pounds for all of these. That's all done for the cam. Cam is done. We got to put the intake on, put the ECU in, and we're ready to fire up. All right, so we've got our intake all fabbed up and ready to go. Now, I've never used the Chimera intake before, so this will be an interesting one. I've always used the man in the box one because I like the way that it mounts up here, and it actually has like a bracket that bolts to the frame. Now, this Chimera one just seems like it uses just the pinch of this to hold it in place. So that'll be interesting to see how that goes. Well, it's on. I'm not crazy about it. I guess I just like the way the man in the box one sticks up more, but this ABS unit's in the way, so yeah. We'll get her all tightened up, ECU in, plastics on, and fire her up. And there we have it. We have a stage 2 built Honda Grom with the Chimera intake, the DHM cam, the Yoshimura exhaust, and then a tune from DHM to match all the pieces that are in there. I'm excited. We do have to put about 20 miles on it before, like, for the tune to learn and all that fun stuff. Let's fire up and see how she goes. Yeah. Little pops. It's gonna learn. It has to learn everything with all the new stuff, but we should be in the right direction. So should be a fun one. We'll get some miles on it. We'll take it out for a run. We'll get some miles on it. We'll take it out for a run, see how she does, and see if this is all cracked up to what it's supposed to be. But thank you for watching.